2/3 through the season.
Week 12.
We are here again.
Yes.
We continue to give winners, except Andre last week. Sorry, buddy, got to throw you under the bus early.
It's all right.
Nursing a small, I wouldn't call it a hangover. I'm just tired today. Did it affect my football research? Absolutely not. I'm dialed in as ever. I'm here to give picks, my best bets for Week 12. I was 1-0 last week. Detroit Lions did it again.
You know the Lions won again.
They are on a roll, man. That's unbelievable.
They're
playing.
officially, for the first time ever, Super Bowl favorites. They've never been the favorite outright.
Yeah.
I did not know that until this morning. I was like, what?
The whole country is behind the Lions. I'm saying this right now. They are the new America's team right now.
They are, but people, you got your haters. I've seen the Chris
Still some
Christies and Xavier McKinney's of the world, and
Nick
people
Wright.
saying Nick Wright. Yeah,
Yes,
Nick Wright
yes.
today. I heard about that one, but he's paid to give those types of opinions, and he's the type of guy. He's like super rough on the Bills too, and he's actually been more lenient on them, but. He's a Kansas City homer, what can you say?
He really is. He truly is.
It makes sense when they've, recency bias. They've won a lot.
Exactly. He kind of probably hopped on the bandwagon. I'm not sure if he's been a Kansas City fan all his life.
I think he's been a Buffalo fan his whole life, but besides the point, I was 10-4 last week as well. Picks for the year 88, 75-1. Dre, I know you're close with that as well.
Yes, as you mentioned, as I bowed my head down, I went 0 for 3 in my money picks.
It's okay, buddy. You had good picks otherwise.
Yes, I did go 9-5, on the overall picks. So, for the year, my money picks, I'm 22, 17-1, and overall, I'm 89, 75-5.
Look at that.
So, what about the mystery man?
Mystery man, 2-2 last week, 22-15 overall, I believe is the number. I could be wrong. He can shout me out. And,
or cuss you out.
It cuss me out, yeah. Also, I got just a stupid aside no one fucking cares about. Ever since I changed my fantasy football team's name to Can't Stop the Thielen to They Stop the Thielen, I've lost every fucking week with the most points scored in the league. Other than that, I got nothing.
I'm not doing too well in fantasy either, man.
Yeah. It's been a weird year for that stuff.
It's been very weird.
A lot of parity.
I got one team that's over 500.
Yeah.
So I can't brag about anything on fantasy. Not right now.
Not right now. A few weeks left, though, and, we're still here. We're going to give picks out. I got 3 this week. I've promised not to be a little bitch about picking the rest of the year. I'll try and give you 2 or 3 each week. Because I could have went lax and secured the over 500 record. We ain't doing that. We're gonna play for keeps. So
I got my 3 and a possible 4.
So we're gonna start it out. Thursday night football. You got the Cleveland Browns hosting the resurgent Pittsburgh Steelers. Is the team kind of reminiscent of like 06 Ben Roethlisberger Steelers? Lines 4. I just think that's a terrible line. You just seen what Pittsburgh did to Baltimore, and I consider them one of the best 5 teams in the league. What is Cleveland to me? One of the bottom 5 teams of the league. I get it's a short week, division rivalry. Cleveland has nothing to play for, so I'll happily take Pittsburgh in the points as my first lock of the week.
Okay, for this game, I didn't touch it, the line anyway, because I don't know. They may be hungover, Pittsburgh. Possibly, but you're right about Cleveland. Cleveland has nothing to play for. I think they just, they may not play hard.
It's pride. No, they play for pride and contracts. Like, don't get me wrong, but
true.
They're just outclassed in every facet of the game. And maybe O-line, but even then, that's just because Cleveland's O-line's been incredibly hurt this year. Their defense has been hurt too. Pittsburgh, what can I say? Like, that's a top 3 defensive unit. And the offense has gotten it going enough to win games. So,
well, I won't say they're top 3 defensively. I think they play Baltimore well. I'll say that
they do play Baltimore well. They own them.
I think they're top 10 defensively, though. I think they're a pretty solid defensive team. But I'm not taking any bets on this, but I will take the Steelers to win this game.
Fair enough.
I see it at 3.5. You got it at 4.
Seen it at 4. If I can get a 3.5, yes, write me down for the 3.5 because I have enough sports books. I can go make that bet somewhere. Thank you very much.
Another thing too is I may take the over 36.5.
Oh, you changed your mind? I thought you said you wanted the under like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm
All
thinking
right,
about
all right.
it. You know, Pittsburgh can score probably at least 20 to 20. I'll say 4.
Can Cleveland
5.
score 14?
I'm thinking they can.
I don't think.
Winston might score that himself with a pick 6 or something.
Oh, the reverse. Yeah, I could see that too.
So I mean, that's just up in the air, though. I haven't, put my stamp
Yeah.
on that, but look out for that, guys.
Cleveland, yeah.
But I'm taking Pittsburgh
they
on this
stink.
game, though.
They
Straight
got
up.
nothing. I don't care about Jameis no more. He's let me down too much. He was a 1 week and then done kind of guy.
Right.
Let's give your first lock of the week. What you got for us?
Detroit Lions.
Oh, hell yeah.
At minus, there you go. At 7.5, man.
7.5, you're back. I'm
back
fading
on
it.
you fading?
I lean it, but I'm fading it this week. Yeah, I seen that's also the mystery pickers. One of his best bets as well.
I gotta go with the Lions. I should have went with them last week, but like you were doing this week. I'm like, it's no. I'm gonna
That's
fade
the
that.
one. That's the
But
one.
I think the Colts are. we seen what the Colts are. You know what I mean? Defensively, they're nowhere. Okay. Your boy is back, Richardson.
I'm
My
happy
boy,
for him. He
too.
beat the Jets. Thank you very much for ending
Yes.
their season.
He had a very good game as
And
well.
that officially ended the Jets season too.
Yeah, true indeed. I was happy for him, in that game that he, came back and did what he was supposed to do. Still a rookie though, you know what I mean? And this is why I'm choosing Detroit to win
And cover.
7.5.
Yeah, I like that. One of the the reason I lean Detroit is they're still consistently the top 5 in allowing rushing yards per game. Like I think they're number 1 still. Actually, they might give up yards through the air, but that's because teams can't run on them,
yeah.
so they're gonna throw more. And Anthony Richardson hasn't proven himself to be able to make even just simple pro throws, so he's gonna be trying to challenge the biggest ball hawks in the league. With I'd say probably the 2 best safeties right now with Branch
Exactly.
and
that's another
Kirby
reason that I
Joseph.
picked them. Now, with that running game, like you were saying, we Detroit doesn't let teams run on them at all. However, Anzalone is hurt.
Anzalone is hurt. What is his diagnosis there? I don't know exactly what happened.
He broke his forearm.
Broke his forearm.
Yes. So 6 to 8, they're saying.
Oh, that's great.
He could be back for the playoffs if we have a
Hope
a
so.
bye.
That's just another guy down.
I know, right?
Aiden Hutchinson been swimming in pools. He's starting to get that leg rehabbed a little.
serious?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
boy.
sort of.
That's crazy, man.
Hopefully he can come back by the time it's February.
Right. I like Detroit in this game, man. I mean, I these are my Colts. I kind of like the Colts, but I know what type of team that they are and their weaknesses. And the weaknesses just tells me that Detroit may run all over them
What do you
in Indianapolis.
What do you feel about people thinking the Lions are running up scores on teams? Because I think it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I say hogwash. I think they're just playing their game. They're not trying to do that, but they're just that good.
I just think like in a pro game, look at Sunday night Chargers Cincinnati. They were up 21. Like that's why you keep the foot on the gas.
Exactly.
Because anything can happen, and as you've seen, Cincinnati almost stole that game.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the Lions' mindset. Like, yeah, it was 35-6 at one point, but let's make it 42 because they scored 3 touchdowns really quick. It's a game.
I think, and that comes back to the coaching. I think Detroit is a well-coached team, and I think they preach that. Like, we got to keep playing.
Yep.
You can't stop playing. And I totally agree with that. If you have a problem with it, stop it.
Stop. Yeah, exactly.
You can't,
Stop.
then
They
shut
can't.
the hell up.
Yeah, they can't stop it. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm excited that they're the favorites to win the Super Bowl. I'm excited the Bills are there. I'm really just gearing up for the playoffs at this point and
Yes.
waiting for me to be just generally disappointed when my teams lose. That'll be the heartbreak. But if the Lions win the Super Bowl, it's awesome for everyone.
It will be so awesome.
And it looks kind of like reality at this point. I don't think no one's fucking with them on that
Listen,
level,
I'm
barring
looking
injuries.
at the rest of the schedule, and I'm like,
One
who
loss, maybe?
honestly is going to beat them?
Bills or San Fran, maybe.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't think they lose in division again.
Nah, the division is a wrap.
It's a wrap,
They,
like-
they probably will not lose in the division at all.
Yeah.
You're right.
Maybe a December game in Chicago. That's the one that kind of scares me there.
Yeah. I mean, the games at the end of the season that may be insignificant to win,
Yeah.
those will probably be the ones that they lose because they'll probably set out first string players.
And just the one seed's so important. So,
Yeah.
I just really hope they get the one seed. And, same with the Bills. They got a tougher schedule ahead. But let's go to the next lock I have. Tampa Bay. On the road to New York. It's -6 at the moment. It was 5.5 at some point. It's still 5.5. I see it at 5.5 there.
Yeah.
I know that's the devil's number. I know you shouldn't give teams 5.5 at home, but this is the Giants we're talking here. They don't know how to play football. They don't know how to manage a game. They don't know how to do much of anything.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to Tommy DeVito because they benched Daniel. So they're in tank mode. They're in tank mode. It is. So I'll take Tampa Bay. They played a really tough schedule so far this year. I think they start getting it around about now, and this is going to be a team I continue to follow the rest of the season.
Great minds think alike, man. That's my second top pick, money pick. 5.5. I mean, that is the devil's number.
Yep.
You're right,
Yep.
but the Giants are done. They have nothing to play for. They're looking probably towards next season. Who they're going to they're going to get rid of Daniel Jones for sure.
They're probably going to get rid of Daboll too.
Yeah.
The whole franchise. Maybe we don't need 32 franchises. We can get rid of like 8 of them. It's just one of those teams who are like out of the they won 2 Super Bowls, but in the last 25 years they haven't been that great except maybe 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm. I see the Tampa Bay defense just manhandling the Giants.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay still has a lot to play for. They want to keep it on track.
They can get within a game this week if they win.
So they're going to play hard, man. 5.5, I'll take that 5.5, man. I got them as my money pick as well.
Hell yeah.
I like that.
And Mike Evans does come back this week, so I like that.
Oh, does he? Okay,
Yep.
I didn't know that. Okay, that's good.
And I'll give you my third and final money pick of the week. It is. Hold on, let me just get it up. There we go. That's right. Washington Commanders -10. I know it's a big number. It is what it is. Dude, Dallas is toast. Anything I keep seeing with Dallas or the Jets, dude, these teams are toast. And Dallas is, they just lost one of their starting safety to the year for injury. I know Parsons is back in that, and it's a division game, but what does Dallas have to play for? It's Cooper Rush out there, man. You got the zombie of Ezekiel Elliott or Rico Dowdle running. It's bad. It couldn't be any worse than Dallas right now. And they're right. Teams want to run it up on you guys, so be prepared for some ass kickings the rest of the season.
They haven't won at home all season yet.
Mm-hmm. This one, I believe, is on.
This one's in Washington.
This one's in Washington.
They have not won at home.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's scary. It's bad. Like
terrible.
They're gonna get a top 10 pick at the minimum. I know they want to have pride and win games, but you should probably be doing. Well, I guess they're theoretically doing what the Giants are doing because it's Cooper Rush out there.
Right.
So we don't really know the severity of Dak's injury or anything like that.
Well,
it probably was severe, but
Hey, he's out for the rest of the season.
he's out. But
For this game,
bleak.
I didn't touch it, but I like Washington Commanders to take
and
over.
you just seen what happened with Houston on Monday night too. I
Yeah.
mean, they rolled those guys, and
They really did.
They scored a defensive. Houston scored a defensive touchdown. I mean, they danced all over them.
It was embarrassing.
It's not funny, and I'm at the point of the season where I'm just gonna pick on bad teams. That's really what I'm looking at when I'm betting these games.
No, I feel you. I'm going to take the Commanders.
All right, hell yeah.
Now, my third and last one is I'm taking Philly over the Rams.
On Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football, 2.5 point spread. I think it's a field goal game. I think.
Yeah, it's closer than you think. Just because the Eagles been so hot. I don't know.
Right.
That's just a number that scares me. I lean Philly, but I think they'll drop. They might drop one this week. Just could be that week. Just could be that week. I see 3, and I'm like, I don't know.
I like the 2.5. I think they can win by a field goal, if anything, or more, basically. I don't know. I think we're gonna see what Philly is about because the Rams have a pretty decent running game, and they also have a great passing game. I'm not gonna say great, but
Great,
they
yeah.
got those
I like
two
the
receivers.
over probably in that game.
Yeah, the over looks
Even though
good too. But
Rams,
I think Philly's got to make their point. And I know this is not a division game or anything, but still, You want to continue to
Primetime.
play well. And it's prime time.
Gonna have a lot of Philly fans out at SoFi too. They'll be traveling to that.
Good point.
So it's more of a home game, if anything, for them. That's why I think the Rams historically, like, they get the butt end of the stick. Like, their fans ain't showing up to these games.
Yeah,
Who's a Rams fan? Not to
they're-
hate on them, but no one likes football in the city of Los Angeles. Just
it seems
saying.
like your better weather, like, because I don't think Miami's fan base is that great either.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't speak on that.
Yeah.
because,
Miami definitely has fans.
in
dude.
Miami too.
Oh, yeah. Miami's got a lot of fans. I'm trying to think of a
Okay.
franchise that would
Maybe Arizona.
Arizona. Vegas. Vegas would be another one a lot of people are going to travel for now.
Yeah.
So, do you have any more locks, or should we go in?
Those are the locks for me.
That was all you had?
That's all three of them.
All three. I gave you my three. We will move to the Mystery Man's picks and our leans for the week. The Mystery Man is 22-15 on the year. He's been having a stellar record. Shout out to him. Maybe one day his identity will be revealed, but I got your picks for you right here, buddy. Here we go. We got, like we said previous, Lions 7.5 over the Colts. Minnesota -3.5 over the Bears. San Francisco +2.5 against the Packers, and the Eagles 2.5 as well against the Rams. So he's on your side this week. He's not on my side with most. 3 of the 4 of the games he is, but
Man,
one of them.
I don't know if that's good or bad for me, for both of us.
We'll
Both me and
find.
Mr.
We'll find.
Man.
Hey, we all been posting records above 60%, so I'd say it's been pretty good.
Yes.
So if we're all on the same page, I'm about it. Maybe the viewers should be about it as well. So let's go to the leans for the week. Like we said, I'm Pittsburgh -4 on Thursday. That's one of my locks of the week. My other 2 locks, of course, being Tampa Bay -6 and Washington -10.
Okay.
And what were your leans for Pittsburgh? and
Pittsburgh. I
Cleveland.
got Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh -4.
Yeah.
3.5.
I'm gonna take them.
Tampa Bay Giants.
Tampa Bay. That's one of my money picks, so I got
Yep,
them.
you were with me on that. Washington, Dallas. Are you gonna take?
I'm going to go Washington.
Yeah, you gotta go Washington, dude. Come on. All right. Let's see. We both leaned Philly for that Sunday nighter.
Right.
Let's go Detroit. We all lean Detroit. It's the hometown show at this point. It's the Lions show. They're winning the Super Bowl, guys. Hate to break it to you. Kansas City going on the road to Carolina. It's only 11. I lean Kansas City.
I'm gonna go Panthers, man. I cannot trust Kansas City to cover a spread. I know they covered the spread last week.
No, they didn't. They lost by 9.
They did lose, yeah. They covered spread. They covered spread a week before that.
Week before.
They haven't. They're not a cover spread team. You know what I mean? I've lost money off of them thinking that they were gonna cover the spread. I'm not dealing with them.
They don't play that kind of football like in the regular season, but just one of those spots I think they roll this team. They are probably. It was a little gut check last week losing to the Bills, I'm sure.
Well, I think
Go
they
Bills.
do play hard in this game, so they may cover. But I still go with Carolina, man. I have to.
Hey, fair enough. You know how many times I've bitten that bullet. I love betting a bad team.
And my fault to you Buffalo fans. I do remember that Buffalo won that Kansas City game.
Yeah, you probably
I took
watched.
them. I
Yeah,
took Buffalo.
you had to have watched it.
My bad.
Yeah,
Brain fart.
That's all good. Divisional matchup that don't mean anything. Miami hosting New England. I seen it at 7.5 or 8.
Let's see, Miami.
I
New
thought I
England.
seen it at 8.
It's that's the next week.
Oh man.
7.5.
7.5. I will take Miami. Give me 7.5.
I'm gonna take Miami. I think that they're creating a little bit of rhythm. Although the Patriots play teams tough. Yeah,
They have.
somewhat.
They actually
Yeah,
have
they
this
play
year.
teams tough,
I
yeah.
tend to agree. Defense has kind of kept them in games.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Miami though in this one.
And I don't think Drake May's that bad, to be honest with
He's
you.
not.
I don't think he's that bad.
He's not at all.
So give him a team, and he might be really good in a few years. Let's go to the AFC South matchup of Houston hosting Tennessee. They're 8-point favorites. Just spoiler for you guys this week. I'm just giving teams, I'm giving teams these points, man. I like Houston -8. They roll these guys.
Yeah, I got it at 7.5, and I'll take them too.
Tennessee's one of the most embarrassing franchises in the league.
They really are.
I got nothing. I got nothing to say about that other than.
I am not betting for them. I will fade them every time. Man,
Yep.
For the rest of the season.
Big AFC North matchup. You have the Bears hosting Minnesota. I like the Bears 3.5.
Oh my God, man!
I think this is one of those games they might steal from them.
You know what? I'm leaning Bears too, man. I am. That plus 3.5, man. It's a division game. They're playing, in the elements.
The
We don't know how the
defense is
weather's gonna be.
playing good, man.
Defense plays very, very good. Yes.
They basically score
It's
14
just-
for Caleb Williams every week. He's kind of a pumpkin, but rookie and bad offensive
Yeah.
line. Me and you talked about this at the beginning of the year. This is why I didn't have them making playoffs. They did not have the offensive line to cater to Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
He's still getting beat up back there. They got pretty much guys on every other level of the ball, but just not there.
Well, it seems the team is in disarray, honestly, too, because I was rumored that some people think Caleb should be sat down.
Mhm.
Some people think he should continue to play.
I've been hearing Tyler Badge, and that just sounds like you're throwing away your season. It's not over. I would say you play 3 or 4 more weeks before benching the kid.
Yeah, I mean, let the rookie play.
Let
That's the
him
only way he's going to get experience.
Exactly.
Win
I
or
just
lose,
hate that.
Yeah,
Where-
but I'm leaning the Bears on this too.
Yeah, where they were talking about possibly benching Aaron Rodgers after week 4 that leaked earlier today. That was pretty funny.
Oh, they probably should.
They probably should have, and at this point, they definitely should.
That'd be some funny stuff.
But Woody Johnson's just gonna sign him again, and that franchise is a mess.
Yes.
Bless their heart. Go
totally.
Bills. Another divisional matchup, AFC West this time. Las Vegas Raiders hosting the Denver Broncos. I was going to do a Russell Wilson soundbite, but he's not a Mr. Unlimited on that team anymore. Give me the 5.5. It's Devil's number. That's just principle.
I'm taking the Broncos, man.
Oh, you're going double dipping on 5.5 this
I got
week.
to.
All right.
I told you how I feel about the Raiders, man.
I told you how I feel about 5.5. It's not a good
and
number.
Denver is not, but I got to go with
I
Denver.
get it. Vegas sucks, but they'll cover one of these eventually again. They're my new Panthers. They got to bet a bad. I'm not betting them, but they'll be in parlays, I'm sure. San Francisco, Green Bay. I know Mystery Man had that as a lock for San Francisco. This was close to being one of my locks, too. This was the last one off my card. I really like San Francisco this week. Don't know why. They haven't proven anything, but they got to win eventually. I like them outright.
I like Packers, man. The only reason I like them, one of the reasons was they're at home. Secondly, this is a revenge spot.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, San Fran beat them in the playoffs last year.
And Green Bay probably should have won that game like the Lions should have beat San Francisco.
Yeah, and
Sucks to suck.
They catching San Fran in a weak moment.
Yeah, they're down kind of bad right now. Like
Yeah.
I looked at their schedule too. They're probably a 9-8 team.
Yeah. If they make the playoffs, it's going to be a barely made the playoffs.
Yeah, like they have to win this week and they have to split that Lions Bills series.
Yes.
Series. Because I mean they still have to play Arizona, they got to play Seahawks again. Like it's a tough road.
Tough road, man. I like Green Bay in this. It's not a money pick for me, but I'm leaning Green Bay.
Fair enough.
Also, the San Fran, the quarterback is the shoulder. He got a bad shoulder.
Yeah, Purdy. Yeah, I know.
Brock,
But
may not be able to throw like he wants to.
give the rock to Christian McCaffrey. Maybe let him throw it a couple times too. Why not? Let's go to the AFC or NFC West showdown. This is a big one too. This is basically for first place. Seattle hosting Arizona. Yes. Seattle a 1-point favorite here. In my heart of hearts, I believe Arizona should be the favorite and would be my lean. But when I see a line like this, I guess I got to take Seattle here.
I'm going Arizona.
It's gonna be chaotic. That's a game I don't want to touch with a 10-foot pole.
I know, right?
So
I'll
leave it at that.
They're favored in my.
Yeah.
Seattle.
Wait,
okay.
You said Seattle. Yeah.
Arizona's
favored now.
Arizona's favored.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Give me Seattle 1.5 plus 1.5. I looked earlier. It was 1. So.
Okay.
I guess it flipped. Lord knows. And then last but not least, Monday Night Football. Baltimore -3 going on the road to SoFi to play the kind of hot Chargers. These guys basically have a playoff seed lined up. I don't think they'll win the AFC West by any means. I think Kansas City's a 2-loss team at the worst.
All right.
So, give me Baltimore bounce back spot. I know 2 games on the road. is tough against another tough defense. The Chargers
know,
defense
right?
has been playing good.
Yes, they have. I like this matchup, man. This is a game that I'm gonna love watching.
The Horrible.
Yeah, it's the hard bowl. I'm gonna take the Chargers, man. LAC, man.
Fair enough. All right, you take your points.
Heck
They're
yes.
like vegetables. That pretty much does it for the week for us. Like, subscribe to the channel. If you listen this far, thank you so much. Oh,
Well,
yeah, we
one
got
thing
one
I
or
wanted
two
to
more.
mention
Yeah, we got a thing
is,
or two to mention, actually.
The college football playoffs.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
My beloved Notre Dame Fighting Irish is number 5.
Dude, I don't.
Guess who they play this week?
USC?
No.
I don't know who they play.
Army.
Army.
Army's
Oh,
undefeated
man.
right now.
Oh, God. That's a match.
They play all the military teams. for
I'm
the most part.
anti-military and anti-Notre Dame, so hope no one wins.
I believe the spread is 14.5. So I'm putting money on Notre Dame. I haven't bet Notre Dame all year because every time I bet them I lose. But I do feel good about this.
This
I
is
think
the
they
one.
represent. Yes. Now quickly though, with this this college football playoffs. Right now, I think there's 3-4 SEC teams in there right now that's
Yep.
ranked
Yep.
in the top 12.
Same in Big
How do you-
Ten.
How do you feel about that? Because a lot of them have 2 losses already too.
They're the best football conference. Let them have.
You think they're better than the Big Ten?
Yeah.
This season?
Still are. Yeah. They're the premier football conference. It's the Pac-10 times the Big Ten now, basically, too.
Well,
so
yeah, true.
I still give the lean to the SEC, but I am intrigued, to say the least, to see like Ole Miss go and play in Happy Valley in
I
November.
know,
That sounds
man.
pretty enticing. Like I'll watch that. Or like I know like Alabama and Notre Dame right now would play each other if the season
That would be
ended today.
interesting,
That would be very fun too. That's a banner game, That's
Right.
big time. So I like what the college football playoff has become. Even though I don't like Boise State getting that like auto bid because they're the highest like major conference, like I think
hoping-
that's weird, but
Well, I'm hoping Colorado gets in there some way, shape, or form.
nah,
That would be fun.
they'd have to.
But
win.
quickly too,
Win. Yeah, we got a couple minutes there.
who do you have for this Ohio State Indiana game?
Ohio State.
I do too.
It sucks to say,
I'll
but
probably put money on that one too.
Indiana's the 106th ranked schedule in
Yeah.
college football. Ohio
Yeah.
State at least has some pedigree, so
Hey,
I'll give it to them.
I'm a Hoosier, because I'm from Indiana, but I just don't think Indiana is as good
It's
as that record
advertised, yeah.
states, and they do have a weak schedule.
Because they didn't beat, like in Oregon, they didn't beat Ohio State. They beat Michigan State. Them teams stink.
Yeah, but
Beat
give them
Nebraska,
credit,
they
though.
stink.
You got to play the teams that's on your schedule though. They have nothing to do with that. But however, the schedule is weak.
It is very weak, but
But I'm proud of
I'm
them, though.
fine. I'm fine with them schedule. I like weeks. Have the Cincinnatis of the world make the playoff. I want that kind of like parity in college football. I don't want to just see Alabama and Georgia in the college football playoff. That's just me.
Well, another thing about this college playoff thing though is that these games do count. At first, we were like, these games are not going to count. It's just going to be like, it's not going to matter. But these games count.
Playoff
and new
seeding's
rivalries
gonna
have
matter.
come into play. Yeah.
Playoff seeding's gonna matter. It's gonna be. It's gonna be wild.
is.
Yeah.
So
No,
I can't wait.
I'm
can't
excited
wait.
for it. So, let's leave with one last thing. I want to tell everyone they're giant fucking morons if you bet on Mike Tyson. I told everyone,
Oh, Lord.
and Andre knows. I told everyone. What did everyone tell me?
Oh, Tyson's going to knock him out. Oh, Tyson's going to uppercut him to death. I mean, we thought it was a Tyson of 30 years ago.
Y'all, sometimes you just gotta, like I said, a 90-10 split's usually bad. It's usually still a 50-50 winner, so.
Well, afterwards, people were saying that
And there's
Jake Paul could have hurt Tyson. Do you believe that?
Because
Because he held back. They said he held back a little bit.
Yeah,
the old man.
Honestly, probably. I don't think he wanted to hurt him.
Man. Tyson
So,
was man.
there was nothing good about it at all. It sucked. The fight before it was a banger, though. So
yeah.
Taylor
it was.
Serrano, that was a banger of a fight. So
Yes,
at
it
least they
was.
gave us that and a lot of buffering in Mike Tyson's ass. It gave us entertainment. That's what we want as sports fans.
Tyson don't. I'd rather that you don't wear any draws as opposed to wearing a thong, Tyson. Come on now.
Yeah, that was pretty
You're
bad.
tripping.
Yeah, he was tripping. That's pretty much it for us, I think, this week.
That'll wrap it up.
We'll see you next week. Andre's probably got basketball picks for you.
Yes, I do. I'll have one this week. Maybe today.
Hey, even better, double the content. So we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.